Am I still losing weight on Zepbound? Today truly is going to be short and sweet as I am recording during my lunch break and I still haven't eaten. And it actually doesn't look like I'm going to have time, but I will figure that out. Today, I'm going to let you know how July went and also how weeks 13 and 14 went since it took me so long to get all the videos from last week uploaded. And life. I didn't have an opportunity to provide an update. So I'm going to try to do better with that and actually giving you the weekly update at the end of the actual week that it's happening so that we're not behind. In our appearance driven social system, toxic productivity and diet culture are considered especially heinous. All right. In Denver, Colorado, a dedicated goal getter seeking to crush these vicious lies is the founder of an elite squad known as Heal Thy Spirit. And not these are her stories. At the time of this recording, it's Thursday, August 8th, and I have taken my 16th shot of Zepbound. And I never showed this before, but this is what it looks like. I just took my this is empty, obviously, because it does need to be refrigerated. But my 16th shot this past Sunday, August 4th, and it was my fourth dose of 7.5. And here I'm just tracking my results, the good and the bad, or for your enjoyment, hopefully. I am not a doctor. I am not a dietitian or a nutritionist, and I'm not giving you any medical, nutritional, or theological advice. I'm just sharing my story and, take from it what you will. So, welcome. For whatever reason you decide to tune in, I am so glad that you're here. You might be looking for information, support, or ideas about weight loss in general, or specifically about weight loss drugs or medication. Either way, I'm super happy you're watching or listening on the podcast, and hopefully something I say will help you along the way, or at least entertain you if you're just one of those people that likes to, watch about, hear about other people's life journeys, and, you might not even be on a weight loss journey yourself. Anyway, let's just get down to business. So where we are, when we were together last, I weighed 222.2 pounds from a starting weight of 240.8 pounds. So at the end of 90 days, I was down 18.6 pounds after being on Zepbound for 90 days, and that was July 21st. Sunday is my shot day and also my weigh-in day. Some people say that, you should weigh the day after and use that. I just, went with the even, I weighed myself the Sunday that I started Zepbound before I gave myself the shot, because I weigh every day actually. First thing in the morning after I go to the bathroom, completely with no clothes on. So I weigh myself, and I've been doing that for a couple of years, long before Zepbound. So I had weighed myself on April 21st, which was the day that I took my first shot, first thing in the morning. And I just continue to weigh myself first thing in the morning every Sunday as my weight that counts. Let's see. So I was 240.8 on April 21st. On July 21st, which also happened to fall on a Sunday, I weighed 222.2. So that's 18.6 pounds. The following week, at the end of week 13. So it's my week 13 results, but the day that I take my 14th shot, if that makes sense. My end of week results on Sunday, July 28th, I weighed in at 220.4 pounds, which is another loss of 1.8 pounds. So that actually put me over the 20-pound mark. just barely. I was at like 20.2. If I can do math quick in my head, I should have done that before hitting record. So yeah, so on July 28th, that ended week 13, 1.8 pounds down. And I also should mention with regard to site locations, I do rotate my shots. So I actually did the shot that I gave my update from the week ending the 14th of July. I did my left arm. And then in that week, I lost 2.4 pounds for the week, which brought me to that 18.6. The following week, I did my right arm. And it's, literally like just the back of your arm, the fatty part of it here. They say to get someone to help you do it. And I did do that at first, but I just found out that, if I'm standing in front of the mirror, it's pretty easy for me to be able to, as long as I can see where it is and I do the cleaning and I can adjust it and just pop the button. Not exactly here, but it's sort of like that. And I'll just pop it in. My arms are actually my favorite. I feel like, I don't know why, but I only rotate between my arms and my stomach. I did my thigh a couple of times, but I don't like the way it feels. It hurts. I actually can feel it. In my stomach, I can't feel it at all. In my arm, I can feel a little sting, but it's not as I don't know, for whatever reason, I guess maybe because I had the lap band and I have that scarring down there from that, I just feel more comfortable when I do my arms. So I did my left arm, my right arm, and then my left abdomen and my right abdomen this week. So stay tuned for results on that. But I basically just rotate. So like next week, I'm going to go back to my arm when I get my new box of 7.5. And also getting off track as I tend to always do. Before I move on to week 14, I'll just kind of recap the end because I mentioned I do weigh every single day. And I like to also have monthly totals. And I forgot to put it in my notes, but my calendar's right there, so I can recap that again. But during the month of July, so July 1st, and I actually didn't even write it down. I'm such a dope. So I'm just going to open my little app here, and it'll probably put it up on the screen. So the scale that I have is the Renfo scale that you probably heard tons of people talking about, because you get on it and it syncs to the app and it keeps track of everything for you. I also have the tape measure, but that's another story for another day. July 1st, I weighed in at 226 pounds, 226.2 pounds. And then on July 31st, I weighed in at 218.2 pounds. So I lost 8 pounds during the month of July. 226.2 and 218.2. Yeah, exactly 8 pounds, which is the biggest loss that I've had on a monthly basis during the month of April, but I was only on Zepbound for the last week and a half. I did lose 5.8 pounds. Most of that was the 5 pounds I lost before I even ever took the shot. May, I lost 6.8 pounds. June, I lost 6.6 pounds for the whole month. In July, I lost 8 months total. And I should add that I was on vacation and eating very different than I eat when I'm at home. I prepared for it. I took my protein and all the things with me. But when I had that particular week, I actually only gained 0.6 pounds. And I didn't do any regular structured exercise, but there was tons of walking. So despite that and eating whatever I wanted, which I eat whatever I want anyway, I just, make sure that it's, I balance it with what's not so great. If I have something fried one day, I'll have a salad the next day, or so on and so forth. So anyway, you'll get to know more as time goes on. For the whole month of July, I worked out 18 of the 31 days. And to be fair, most of that was the first 2 weeks, because it's like when you start a new month, you're just all gung-ho on, doing the things. But, I just needed a break. So like the third week, so I worked out 7 days the first week. And then I worked out 6 days, and then I worked out 3 days. And then the last 2 weeks, I only worked out one day each. So there's that. But I'm still moving and I'm back on track. And, I've worked out so far in the month of August. I worked out 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 days. And today is the 5 days. Sorry, 5 days. And today is the 8th. So I've had 3 rest days out of 8 days. So how did week 14 go? Well, week 14, I actually weighed in this past Sunday, August 4th, at 221.6 pounds, which means I actually gained 1.2 pounds. I'm not stressing about it because, again, I reiterate, the Zepbound or any weight loss drug is not a magic miracle thing that's just you're going to take it and then magically all the weight's going to fall off. The media, social media, everybody that doesn't really understand thinks that that's what it is, but that is not what it is. Eating right and exercising regularly is how you're going to burn more calories than you consume. And that is the only way to lose weight, is to burn more calories than you consume. There's no other magic around that, because at the end of the day, it's still science. The calories, though, matter. And because that's the energy, literally the energy that you're using to fuel your body. And so having the right nutrients, putting in the right nutrients so that your body can use it more efficiently is going to make all the difference. It's kind of like if you think about, if you're driving a car, if you drive a car and you know how they have different levels of gas, so you can get like regular, mid-grade and super, and, not even talking about like the diesel or whatever. But if your car takes a certain type of gas and you put if you always put in, let's just say you always put in premium gas, and one day you just put in the regular, your car's still going to run. It's still going to work, but you're going to notice the difference. And I can speak from experience because we used to have a Dodge Charger and it required premium. It wasn't really my car, it was his car, but I would drive it sometimes. And once I did forget, and we don't have the car anymore, and he's not going to watch this video, so I don't need to confess that. But once I did forget and put the wrong gas in, and I could tell the difference in driving the car. And I just wanted to keep driving the car and run all the gas out so that I could hurry up and fill it up before I screwed up the engine and, cause all these other mechanical problems and things like that. So, I mean, that's a good analogy of like when you're thinking about what you're putting in your body. I don't think that it's good to ever cut foods out. I don't do low carb. I don't do anything that's diet culture based. I just pay attention to what I eat and make sure that I get enough protein and enough fiber and enough fat, because you do need fat to help fuel your body, as well as, I don't really monitor the sugar, but by default, because I'm so focused on protein and fiber, by default, usually carbs and sugar are lower, but there are days where, they're higher. So it is, and the medication does help with that craving. I don't eat a lot of sugar, I just don't have a desire for it. And someone's at my door, so let me pause this and hopefully come back. All right, FedEx was here, so I had to go grab that. And that'll probably get cut out and you won't see it, but it is what it is. But anyway, so you get the point that I'm making about fueling your body. You just, what garbage in, garbage out. Just focus on the best way is to focus, whether you're taking medication or not, is to focus on what it is that you are putting into your body. And let's see, the other point I want to make is I think that remembering, like in weighing the scale, I also don't stress about gaining 1.2 pounds because, well, spoiler alert, it's already gone and we're not even at the end of the week yet. So there's that. But typically your body, it doesn't care, or your scale does not care. Your body doesn't care, your scale doesn't care that weigh-in day for me is Sunday. It's going to do what it's going to do regardless, no matter what, it's not an exact science. It is science, but not an exact science. And the way that my body trends is that I tend to have either no loss or even a gain. And then I'll have a big loss, and then I'll have a small loss, and a big loss and a small loss. And actually, before this week, I actually had 3 big losses 3 weeks in a row. So I lost 2.6 pounds, then I lost 2.4 pounds, then I lost 1.8 pounds. So a gain of 1.2 pounds is really nothing. And like I said, it's already gone, 4 days after my weigh-in. But we'll see what the scale says on Sunday. I mean, your body is cool like that. It balances, balances out. And I tend to look at it on more of a weekly basis. So I'm not one that will force myself to eat if I'm not hungry just because I haven't hit my calorie count. Now, that being said, I just listen to my body, and you can, despite, popular belief, the drug does not take away your ability to think for yourself. It's doing things in your brain to help send signals to other parts of your body so that you can make better choices, but it doesn't take over your mind. It's not like you're being possessed by this drug. You still have the mind. And another story for another day is just like with anything, typically when you gain weight or you are overweight, the actual fact that you have the weight is based off of another problem. So I'm a huge advocate of, therapy. I don't necessarily mean you had to have some sort of trauma, or a serious, thing that has happened in your life. That's not actually the case for me. I don't, I had a, pretty normal childhood. We didn't have a ton of money growing up. Both of my parents worked multiple jobs. But at the end of the day, I had 2 good parents. They, divorced when I was in like elementary, or not divorced, but separated when I was in like elementary school. And, there's things, of course, like any child, everyone has some sort of trauma, but the level of it, is going to vary from person to person, and also what makes you tick and what sets you off. And what, are you an emotional eater? Are you just somebody that likes food and the way that it tastes? And, you have maybe control issues, like you can't control yourself when, you're getting that, it's an addiction, just like anything else. So anyway, I'm getting way off tangent and trying to keep this short. And so as far as listening to my body, what I was saying about the weekly average is that, I tend to usually always hit that at least 100 grams of protein every single day. There have been days where I don't, and I just make up for it the next day. Like I might have 130 or 140. And it sounds crazy. And when I found out that that's how much I needed to be eating, I was like, that's no way. Because when I had the weight loss surgery, all my instructions and everything, I still have them. He told us to shoot, my doctor told me to shoot for 60 grams a day as a woman. And that's like not nearly enough. So, I'm learning some things. So that said, at the end of the day, at the end of the week, rather, I tend to I'm right around, between 1,200 and 13 calories average for the whole week. And I'm always over 100. It's usually about 105, 110, 120 grams of protein for the whole week. And I can, show you over here what that looks like for like the last couple of weeks. For my MyFitnessPal, because I do track everything. Real quick, we already talked about exercise. Real quick, my 9-scale victory for this week, and it's really this week technically because it just happened yesterday, but I had ordered some new leggings. I have tons of leggings because I wear them all the time, whether I work out or not, and because I work from home. And I ordered some smaller, or what I thought was going to be smaller ones, like a size too small, to kind of grow into, because I noticed like my favorite ones are some black leggings that I wear, and they're too big. Like I can't even wear them in exercise because they fall down, as you know, but they're so comfy and I love them. So anyway, the place that I buy the protein from has they also sell clothes. It's like My Protein, and I'll try to remember to put the link down below because that's the clear protein. I know for sure it'll be in the protein video. So if I forget to put it in the description here, then I'll put the link in the protein video that's coming later this week. But anyway, long story short, I ordered a top and some leggings in a size extra large because I've been wearing 2X for, God knows when. Well, smart me. I tried them on yesterday. They fit. Like that's the size I'm supposed to wear. So if I wanted to order down, I should have ordered a large to have something to shoot for. But at least, good story is I have some leggings that I can wear. But yeah, that's a non-scale victory that, made me shine this week. So, all right. So you're up to speed through week 14. I'm in the middle of week 15, and I'm going to do my best to upload that update on Sunday or Monday. Today's emoji, if you made it this far in the video, it's going to be water, because that's the goal that I'm striving for, to focus on, to improve my water intake. So seeing little splashes of water, or whatever water means to you, in the comments below will help motivate me to do better and, just give me some water love. The next two videos, I already mentioned the protein, how I can get about 130 grams of protein daily while staying under my calorie count. And the other video is going to be about, I've also recently got a DEXA scan, which is body composition scan, and also a resting metabolic rate test. So I want to show you the comparison of those results to what I get on my Renpho body weight composition scale. So to show you how wrong or right they might be. Not sure of the order of which, those videos will pop up along with my week 15 weight loss update. But you just, if any of that is of interest to you, just make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell so that you get notifications from when I upload them so that you can watch them. That's all I have for you today. I am wishing you all the best on your personal life journey, and feel free to leave comments or questions below. I'm happy to be your cheerleader, and I'm rooting for your success right along with my own. Until next time, remember to heal thy spirit for a healthy spirit. May grace and peace be yours in abundance. Take care.